Hello and welcome everybody to this next race of Dragon Warrior Randomizer. I'm your hostess, MathGirl718. Joining me today is Wolfman. Wolfman, how are you today?
Good evening, Math Girl. Good evening, everyone here. We have a battle of animals today. Sylverfyre representing the dragons. NESCardinality representing the bears. Both of them will be going at it to see who gets to move on to face Jay Coper in the next round of this tournament.
Indeed. So, what are you hoping for today, Wolfman?
Honestly, I have rolled a lot of questionable seeds. I have not rolled this one, I was strictly forbidden. I would like to see a nice seed where we only have to worry about one troll item, maybe the token, but the on-screen stats do not give me much confidence for that.
Boy. Yeah, so, Sylverfyre appears to be running Strength Agility, and NESCardinality seems to be running Strength HP. I've just gotta ask, why is Agility higher for Ness when he's not, running Agility, and why is DP higher?
Excellent question. What happens there is, for strength and HP builds, the HP will grow higher as you level up. Same with the strength. You may get a minor boost to agility at the start in strength HP, but it will falter relatively quickly. But hopefully we do not falter this start. What do we have inside this throne room?
We shall see. Stones of Sunlight already. Wow. And an herb, and of course the last one always has to be a key. Early Stones of Sunlight though, and a sleep spell to start.
I did ask for a little bit of a nice start, and we certainly have one in that regard, and whoa, there are a lot of towns and caves nearby. Pick your
wow.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, Garenham to the north, Rimmaldar to the west. And what is going to be in that cave? I don't know yet.
Well, you wanted a nice seed.
That I did, and apparently Chad is confused as well. It's, so it's...
Oh boy. Ooh, and Sylverfyre takes an early death. Ness getting the next level? Let's see. 11, 3, 16, 1. And a new spell. Return.
Well, that'll help for the end game. And the bonus cave immediately. What is inside?
Fighter's Ring. Now that is interesting, for sure.
The Fighter's Ring gives you a permanent +2 attack power as soon as you equip it, and it would certainly help in this early stage. Plus, I believe you can sell the ring immediately afterwards, and then, well, we have Rimmaldar right outside, as Up2NG in chat said, all you need is 53 gold in order to purchase a key. Unfortunately, Sylverfyre is struggling, not finding the best enemies to take out.
Oh, new level 24, 3, 6. I apparently missed something.
So what happened there is sometimes the stats, sometimes if it's 0 for a stat, it doesn't show. Sometimes it does show a 0 anyway because the game likes to have fun with it. Apparently that's named after Empty Eye, another fellow person here, as we have another level up. The numbers here, 6, 5, 6, 27! And Outside is now gained at level 4.
What is this? Wow. That's crazy. Look at these stats already, except for defense power. Wow. And agility a bit.
This is the power of the randomizer in action. For those that are unfamiliar, we have randomized the entire overworld, we have randomized which monsters are in which zones, we have also randomized what attacks the enemies can have, and we have randomized the level ups. Well, technically, you do earn experience and levels at 75% faster speed, but when I mean level ups, I'm talking the stats you gain on a level up.
And we have another level up already. 10, 6, 8, and a spell. Radiant, and looked like something else, but I couldn't quite catch what it was.
Sleep, Radiant, Repel. So technically no strength. I don't think strength was gained on that one, but everything is just looking up great for our runners here. But look to the east. That is a huge batch of swamp.
Oh boy. One of these seeds, eh? But hey, at least it's a decent start otherwise.
That is true. The issue with the nearby swamps, none of our runners have a heal spell. So they would have to use herbs in order to heal, assuming they have some, or buy some at Rimmildar or Garanham. Though speaking of buying, I think it's time to go key shopping.
Indeed. Always nice to find this town early. Rimmildar, was it?
That is correct. Rimmildar, 53 gold per key. You can have up to 6 keys at once.
And buys all the keys he could.
And choosing to immediately go to Tangigil Castle. I like this play. 1 key spent for 4 chests. Let's see what's inside. Top left.
Watch one be the armor, if it even can be. I'm not sure if it can.
Not the armor. That requires a search spot.
Nothing good.
And speaking of searching, not even a gold grind is possible there unless... Yeah, I didn't see a gold grind there. Wings, fairy water, herb, and a torch. Thank you for Ron Burgundy.
Well, that's a sad, sorry treasury thing.
Perhaps this passageway will give us something. Ooh, it's the Silver Harp Cave. But that's not useful until we have the Silver Harp.
It's info.
Alright, what's in the shop?
Full plate and axe, it looked like, was the other good thing. I couldn't quite see all of it.
No, that looked right. Those were good items, and hopefully this little section of Garanham has good items as well.
Gold. Key. Okay, so...
Not too bad, but...
Was it?
Alright, NESCardinality is very skilled at going through these dark caves without needing to use a torch or the radiant spell, so it will be a little tricky to identify which one he is in right now.
Chad's saying Swamp South.
Swamp doesn't have a chest, that may be Mountain Cave. And unfortunately, the Axe Knight has said enough is enough. What is also unfortunate, we have one of those rare occasions where we could have a gold grind if we could actually get some gold off of the chests.
Well, we could have the ghetto grind at that one spot where there were 2 gold chests.
That is true. The 2 chests plus the key to get it back. There you go. And what was in that armor shop? Ooh, copper sword purchase. Certainly will help with the offense. Over on Sylverfyre's side, taking out a magician. Nicely done. Rimmildar chest.
Dragon scale. And equipping it immediately?
Oh, and the droll is a troll. That's Dragonlord breath, folks.
Oh, ew. So, in vanilla, is Dragonlord the only one that's supposed to have Dragonlord breath, I assume?
I believe so. So the unfortunate thing with Randomizer is, apparently the Dragonlord has learned how to, teach that ability to everyone else.
Oh boy.
Not much that can be done there. You just have to grin and bear it, or hope you can,
Another level.
get another level, sure.
1, 1, 4, 2. Seriously, game?
We had an explosive start. This is the game just saying, alright, you've had enough, ease up a little.
I suppose we are pretty strong and stuff for level 6.
Alright, Sylverfyre is about to get their keys, and NESCardinality, well, certainly can get the freebie key. I don't know if this is being done for the weaker version of the gold grind, or if he is going back into Mountain Cave.
Well, I mean, without any other gold grind available, really.
Take what you can get, folks.
Yep. I mean, hey, it gives you the best combo for it. 2 gold chests and a key. So at least it's not as painful as some ghetto grinds.
That is fair. Kinda wish there was a alternate name for it, but we'll go with it for now. So yeah, at the close to the 11-minute mark here, our runners are certainly doing, excellent job with getting levels, and now Sylverfyre is going to explore Mountain Cave. Has Radiant, but they are also confident with navigating in the dark. Thank you, chat, for the backups, as Sylverfyre wishing they had a backup Phoenix down, but that's the wrong randomizer. Back to start they go.
So can you even walk in the water, or does it just, drown you?
You cannot walk in the water. You are physically prevented from walking in the water.
Boring. Broadsword for Ness?
Even more offense. And I think that was full plate. Yes, it was.
Nice. Alright, so...
And now Sylverfyre is going for that, revisiting the Bank of Garanham, effectively. And Chad is asking if there was a large shield in Rimmildar. I did not notice it.
I have no idea.
However, with NESCardinality casting Repel now, hoping to fight some decent enemies to gain even higher levels. Warlock will certainly do, but let's see what else we can find.
Yep. Wizard.
We also found a huge mountain range blocking the path.
So, can you not walk through mountain ranges?
You cannot. It's similar to the water. You cannot walk on the water. Though, speaking of water, you may have noticed that the shore looked a bit kind of rectangular. I think that's the northern shore, as we find a new cave. A new dark cave.
We're gonna see what it is. I personally don't know my caves. You probably know what this is, though.
I do. That's Garen's grave. Though I admittedly only knew because of the movement and the torch usage.
If I'm gonna keep calming these things, I should probably learn my caves, but that's for another day.
It takes time to learn them, and even I still have to rely on everything.
Silver harp.
An empty one, which probably means full of herbs or keys and fairy water.
Ooh, those things hit like a tank.
The knights?
Yeah.
Well, they are good at saying night-night.
Oh, wow.
And thus, NESCardinality get ahead, but apparently not, for thou art dead. Sylverfyre is able to get up to level 6. And now, let's see what's on the northeastern side. That's another cave, I think.
Wow. Just give us all the stuff, game.
Well, let's see if it's a good cave. Went up, then went down a bit. That was Swamp Cave South, and by using outside, you can go immediately to the northern end.
I thought we already saw Swamp South. Oh, no, that was the mountain cave, right?
Now, this one is Erdrick's Cave. Oh gosh, Sylverfyre's found a red dragon.
Fun police! And gets wrecked.
That's what normally happens when the red dragons show. Fun
Erdrick's
stops and...
token!
Erdrick's token is interesting. The token can be found either in a search spot or in a treasure chest. In this case, with it being in a treasure chest, ooh, that means I think one of the search spots is automatically out of play.
We shall see.
But with this, NESCardinality technically has all the items necessary, can turn in the harp for the Staff of Rain. Sylverfyre wishing they had the harp right now. Ooh, incoming level. That's 01611. New spell.
And a spell? Stop spell?
I believe so. I think 2 spells were learned. I'm double checking the replay now. Stop spell and hurt. As the knight delivered the hurt. Sylverfyre learns of the dragon scale. Hope it was worth spending 2 keys on. Sylverfyre hoping to go across the swamp, but uh-oh, that's the droll.
And defeats it.
I was worried because that droll has Dragon Lord 2 breath, which is never fun to deal with. And, ooh, crossing the swamp we have a town. Which one? Come on, Star Wyvern. Out of the way, please. Thank you.
Ooh.
This is the town of Cantlin. There are 3 shops available, 2 of which are open, freely for the taking, complete with magic armor to purchase. There's one shop that requires a key to purchase, or a key to access, I should say, but the most important part, as
Is the
NESCardinality,
coordinates.
yep, as NESCardinality finds Cantlin as well. So, the old man at the bottom of the tracker, he, for some reason, likes to live in his walled-off electric barrier garden of death. If you are able to approach him, then, he'll tell you some maybe useful data. He'll either tell you where you need to search, or he'll tell you that there's nothing worth searching for in the overworld.
Also, how much damage do these things deal?
15 per without Erdrick's armor.
Let's see, it is... No coordinates.
Nothing! Thou must go and fight! And the old man is just saying, nah, I'm out of this today. Enjoy my garden of death. Oh. Right. NESCardinality took the intentional death there, but it is still useful knowledge.
I might add, I don't think we've seen any shields yet.
If our runners have encountered a place to purchase a shield, I haven't noticed it myself. Now, we are technically still missing the towns of Breckenary and Cole. They could have shields.
Yep.
Sylverfyre, I believe, is trying to grind up a little bit. And... ooh, Star Wyverns also have Dragon Lord Breath. That's not fun.
That's rude.
And even the chat agrees with that. I'm going to agree too.
Oh boy.
Now, one of the advantages that NESCardinality may have over Sylverfyre is he is an excellent cartographer. He actually, on a lot of his runs on this, actually has pen and paper and draws out where he is. And he's able to keep up good notes for where things are located.
Well,
And
you know, with that, though, comes the cost of time of actually, you know, drawing it out.
unless you can draw in one hand and play in the other. Though apparently the Star Wyvern is basically trying to prevent further exploration as Sylverfyre goes up to level 7. And thank you, chat, for the excellent demonstration.
Well, here's the problem. As somebody who's right-handed, you know, it's like, it'd be awkward.
Right-handed? How? Maybe I'm not understanding how it would be.
Wait. Well, never mind. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Fighting things like and stuff is usually when I would write out what the map looks like.
That is fair.
Maybe I just do things weird though. I always track like when I don't know, I've never played this game. I just go by the fact that I usually track when I'm like, I don't know, going through text or fighting or something like that.
That is fair, but one of the things to take advantage of in Dragon Warrior Randomizer is basically the overworld tile that you are on determines the possible random encounter rate. I believe if you are on a plains tile, it's a 1 in 32 chance of encountering an enemy. A desert or sand tile would be... I'll admit, I don't remember all of these stats. I want to say like 1 in 4 or 1 in 8. High encounter rates for sure. So ideally, you want to map as much as you can while on the grasslands or plains. That way you have a less likely chance of encountering an enemy, and you can just capture everything you need.
Huh. So how accurate are these maps that he does?
For the streams that I've seen, quite accurate, as hold on a second, Mountain Cave second chest.
Death necklace.
Possible risk-reward system in play if we can get enough HP. We have 3 more chests available, 2 of them on this back nook here.
Gold. Gold.
There's gold in them thar mountain. One more chest remains. We have to head south, then west, then up again. Now, unfortunately, I missed which cave NESCardinality went in, but we're heading back out.
Oh boy. I wish I could tell you, but...
That's okay, it's easy to miss. And oh no, Wraith Knights have sleep.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you eventually
man.
get Erdrick's armor, you can resist stop spell, but not sleep. So Sylverfyre has to have this hit work.
Gets it.
But now, can they get to the final chest? Ooh, Star Wyvern showing physical strength is nothing to scoff at either.
Star Wyvern was the one with DL2 breath, right?
Yep. And Knights don't even need that to take out Sylverfyre. Lorgan is asking where are the overworld wolves? I don't know, apparently I accidentally called them to a town meeting or something.
Oh my.
NESCardinality now has the Staff of Rain. As Sylverfyre wants to get that final chest in Mountain Cave, and I don't blame them one bit.
Oh, please. Oh, dear. Oh, at least that worked.
And Faron, once again with these stats, that Star Wyvern that hit for 31 or 32, yeah, that's the max possible. As right now, NESCardinality is hoping to explore more of this second continent, or it could just be a separate portion of the first. Hard to tell in this early stage.
Ooh. Sylverfyre very nearly died there.
While NESCardinality actually died there. Axe Knights asked a little bit too many questions, I guess.
Wow. Oh dear.
Someone has to be the fall guy on this. Poltergeist goes down. Sylverfyre really hoping to... Wait a second. There we go.
Just more gold, really?
Yep. So, yeah, it's basically as if it's the, gold rush, back in the old days. Maybe this level's worth gold.
5, 7, 23, 4.
23 hit points, nice! I'm sure NESCard will appreciate that one. We have had a lot of high-level gains this seat so far.
We're only on level 8 and pretty nice looking stats for level 8 if you ask me.
The stats are great, but the spells are not. We are only missing 3 spells, and we have 8 levels to learn them. We're missing Heal, Heal More, and Hurt More.
Watch all 3 be found in the next level though, knowing this seed.
I'm going to predict level 11. As, ew, Armored Knights have Hurt More, that's not good. And the Green Dragon is showing his physical might. Both runners are back to the king.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, they are called AK-47s for a reason.
That is true, they hit hard and fast, and they are certainly living up to that reputation tonight. NESCardinality braving the swamp once more, as Sylverfyre is now in Garen's grave. So... Ooh, Scorpion is guarding the Harper. Never mind, it chose to run away instead.
Well, that makes our lives a little easier. Ness also needs to find the Rainbow Drop Cave.
None of our runners have yet.
Have we even found the castle yet? Or whatever it's called in this game?
Sharlock Castle, the endgame one, we have not. It'll be easy to identify. It is a stone wall with a moat.
Or it can be found right now after I just said that.
We're both witches, aren't we?
Yes, yes we are.
I'll be a warlord instead, but look at all that swamp by it. Oh, Sylverfyre!
Thanks, game!
Oh, Sylverfyre unfortunately spent a key to go to the back end of Garen's grave, but got knocked out, has lost it. How many keys are left? I mean, admittedly, it's not a bad detour in this case, because... you know, Rimmildar is so close, for once. But you do have to wonder. Up to NG, Star Wyverns have Dragon Lord 2 breath. And a bad temper.
Oh. What? What?
What were you confused about?
Oh, it was... right. Never mind. I was like, huh? Why is he grinding up bamboo poles?
Oh, that. I don't completely understand that glitch either, but basically they have maxed out on herbs.
Sounds good.
And Dataplet, there you go. That Dragon Lord breath from the Droll. That's yours. So this is perhaps a good time as our runners are trying to explore each other's territory. Please give them a follow as they are certainly giving us a very good run on this one. Don't forget to follow our restreamer, the Tie-Dye Guy, our tracker for Ron Burgundy, and my co-com, MathGirl718.
And let's not forget, more importantly, my co-commentator Wolfman, who does a far better job at the stuff than I do.
It just takes time. We'll get you up here, don't you worry. Ooh, Green Dragon taking Sylverfyre out. As NESCardinality, I believe, is back in Mountain Cave. Yep, there's that death necklace.
Alright, so where was Erdrick's token?
Erdrick's token was found in the Tablet Cave, otherwise known as Erdrick's Cave or Erdrick's Grave, depending on what you call it, but it's basically the one cave where you will never encounter an enemy. Sylverfyre has now gone up to level 8. 21 HP, though, compared to the 20... was it 23 or 27 from previously? This is where the difference between builds comes into play here.
Indeed.
As our runners level up, Sylverfyre will gain more agility overall. NESCardinality will gain more HP overall. It's effectively, you are choosing which stat you want to have a bigger boost at the end. Now, a Drone Magi I don't think we've seen yet. Did not offer much, but I believe this is a new cave. No, it's not. That's Garen's grave.
Alright, then.
Folks, this is how you can tell that I am not the cartographer. I don't remember where all the caves are located.
I should probably learn to do that at some point.
And, oh, I had missed that as I was explaining that. Nice one for on. Stonemen are on the loose, and they have a powerful sleep and attack combo, which is never fun to deal with. That is what many folks here call slept and wrecked.
Yes, it is kind of a thing. Starwiper, please! No! Ripness.
And Sylverfyre is now having troubles with the Red Dragon, and down they go.
Oh boy.
The unfortunate thing right now is our runners really need to find... They either need to
Oh, that's not going to help!
Not the Armored Knights, though. Not yet, anyway. Once our runners gain Hurt more, then it's going to be a lot easier to attack these enemies, because many of them are weak to the spell.
Oh dear. I do wonder where the drop cave is, though, the jerk cave.
It could be on that second continent. We haven't seen it yet. Well, we have seen the second continent, but we haven't seen all of it, I should say. It may be worth going back into Swamp Cave. But with the equipment on hand, it certainly doesn't make it any bit easier. And Wolfpack Porkchop asks, was the spike tile, or as I call it, the guardian tile, checked yet? I do not believe so. The spike tile is basically a tile where no matter when you step on it, you will always encounter an enemy. And it's typically a strong one, too, as Sylverfyre now has Erdrick's token.
Alright, so they both have what they need. They both know where the Staff of Rain Cave is. They just neither one know where the, well, Jerk Cave is.
The Rainbow Drop Cave, otherwise known as the Jerk Cave, wants to have all 3 items available, but if you even try to talk to the guy without Erdrick's token, you are just kicked out. And Lorgan, I did not roll the seed. I have nothing to do with this one.
Neither did I.
I am guilty by association no matter what.
Isn't that what they call a shade seed?
I thought we were trying to get away from naming seeds after people in general.
Oh, is that a thing here? Sorry.
Nah, I thought it was a general thing, but I may be mixing up different places here. Ooh, Sylverfyre getting knocked out by that blue dragon. As NESCardinality is exploring the desert. Oh! Is that a new cave?
Maybe.
Have to take out this specter first.
And apparently is wanting to grind or something, or just misclick the buttons.
I'll have to pay attention to that movement again, but first, here's a level.
10-1-6, so 0-10-1-6, I think?
In that case, it was 0-10-1-6, yes. It always lists the stats, strength, agility, HP, MP. No strength was listed.
Looks like he's grinding levels right now. Ooh.
He
Ouch.
was. That was a level grind, and it's no more. It is unfortunate that Dragon Lord Breath cannot really be dodged.
What did? Jerk was not found, but the stones were.
Yeah, NESCardinality is hoping to find some good enemies to take out here. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to pull up some additional stats regarding our runner's equipment here. Oh, wait a second, look on Sylverfyre's screen. I think we may have a new town, and we do!
Indeed. Well, let's see what the search spot has. It has Erdrick's armor!
Cole has paid off beautifully. There's your defense and healing potential.
And
there's the silver shield.
shield!
Okay, we gotta go to Cole, folks.
Wow, Cole paying off big time.
That leaves one search spot available. Does Hawksnest have the fairy flute, or will that be in a chest as well?
I mean, while it's nice to have, it's not strictly necessary, right?
That is correct, but as long as you're willing to spend about 5 to 8 seconds to ensure a golem goes to sleep, it's certainly not a bad safety item.
True, but let's just say we find a red dragon protecting that fairy flute. Is that still worth it? Speaking of, we're about to find out what's guarding it.
Alright, first guardian tile is being blocked by a druid here. Was being blocked by a druid here. Red slimes are just leaving. I thought I said leave. Thank you.
Oh,
Come on.
dear.
Come
I
on,
think he's
game.
trying to heal up. So,
They are.
yeah, they are. My apologies.
Don't worry, it takes time. And NESCardinality is sticking to grinding in this eastern hill area. Alright, Sylverfyre has max HP. Don't know if they realize it yet. As we have a level for NESCard. 0, 4, 2, 4. Ouch. 2 levels in a row without strength.
Oh boy, strap yourselves in, folks. We're in for a long one.
Well, fortunately, our fans seem to be enjoying it. Ooh, Armored Knight, and we do not have Hurtmore. But fortunately, our fans are enjoying this, including Retro Conman. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Thank you indeed. Let's see if he can pull, or they can pull it off, sorry. I'm not sure what you need for stats to fight a armored knight.
The preferred strategy is to cast 2 Hurtmores. If you don't have Hurtmores, then casting Stop Spell certainly helps, because the Armored Knight is only really able to hurt if both spell rolls fail and thus is forced to fight. And in this case, down it goes! What's inside?
Nothing!
The
wow.
flute is elsewhere today, folks.
Wow.
And based off of what we've seen, there are 9 possible locations where it can be. We still have 2 chests left in Garen's grave. We have 6 in Sharlock's Pyramid Treasury. And 1 in the vanilla Erdrick Sword location that no one wants to go to.
I'm gonna go with the vanilla location.
Why does everyone like to go to the judges' table for this?
Because I wouldn't be me if I didn't want the trolliest thing possible.
Veron Burgundy also brings up an excellent point. One of those 9 has to have Erdrick's Sword as well. Which one would you rather prefer on the judges' table here, Math Girl?
Actually, I'll go with vanilla, and let's just put the flute somewhere outside of Sharlock that's rude.
The only place outside of Sharlock is back at Garen's grave, though the enemy sets in there weren't that great either. NESCardinality already stocking up on herbs, preparing.
Oh boy. You know, Beta Strip has a good point. Sword at the bottom of the grave would be hilarious.
For some manner of the term hilarious, as Sylverfyre is back in coal, what will they purchase, if anything? 800 gold will get us the large shield. Not a bad idea.
And, you know, this is fairly decent.
Yeah, I believe you get 10 defense for it. My apologies, I had accidentally misplaced my bookmark, so I don't have all my sheets as I usually do here.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Sylverfyre knows where the Staff of Rain cave is. They just haven't gone and picked up the Staff of Rain.
I believe that is correct. Maybe they want to locate where the Rainbow Drop Cave is. Uh-oh, Red Dragon.
Oh dear, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, they're called the Fun Police for a reason.
Okay, I did not find the exact sheet I was looking for, but I can at least give enough details here. Oh, hold on, level up for NESCard. 11, 3, there's that empty eye, and a 1, and heal, ouch.
And there's the Staff of Rain cave for Sylverfyre.
The two big spells that we're looking for are Hurt More and Heal More. They are going to be between level 12 through 16. Anyway, to get back to where I was going for, equipment-wise, both runners have the broadsword. That's 20 plus attack. The best sword that they can buy is the flame sword, which will just give 8 attack on top of that. Erdrick's sword, which has to be found in a treasure chest, will give 12 attack on top of that for a total of 40. Armor-wise, they have the full plate, which is the best defense runners can buy.
They have Erdrick's armor.
Sylverfyre does, yes, thank you. NESCardinality has not found Cole yet. And as far as the shields go, we have plus 10 defense for Sylverfyre with the large. The silver shield is another plus 10 on top of that. So our stats, hopefully they'll get a little better. But we also want good equipment here.
Well, I'm gonna take it since the Sylverfyre found the silver shield and bought the large shield. I'm just gonna assume that he probably is just saying no to, or they are saying no to the silver shield.
Alright, both are in the back side of Garen's grave. Fourth chest was a torch. One more chest before we definitely have to play Pyramid. And I already know you're going vanilla Erdrick's sword at the judges' table.
Of course.
Let's at least see if it's in the 5th chest first. Nice critical hit for NESCardinality, or excellent move, or Kaishin no Ichigeki, depending on how you say it. Sylverfyre almost got a little lost in Garen's grave, but they have found their way around. Defanikin has asked where Erdrick's armor was. It is in Cole's search spot. Sylverfyre has gone up to level 10. However, more importantly, we are close to that final chest.
So what do you think it'll be?
I'm going to take a page out of Sparkover's book and say it's the cursed belt, actually.
Belt, interesting.
But nope, it's the herb! It is time to play Pyramid, folks.
Alright, so there's 6 chests in the treasury, and there's the vanilla location. Where do you guys think the fairy flute and the sword will be?
Sword is what most of the folks at home will care about, so by either position or dollar amount, where is it?
Vanilla sword and bottom right, flute, I'm gonna say.
I will go with sword at the $150 spot and flute at 50, which means we're never gonna see flute. And NESCardinality has received the bad news as well.
Oh boy.
And Lorgan is hoping for such a huge strength increase that we don't even need Erdrick's sword. That actually happened on a seed previously. Which is kind of rare for Dragon Warrior Randomizer. At least on this flag set.
I think I've seen one of those.
It's entirely possible. We have...
Although they did have the flame sword in that one, so...
Well, we do not have the flame sword here.
And NESCardinality getting wrecked by a green dragon.
And Sylverfyre, I think, is trying to just grind at Garen's grave here.
So, what exactly do they expect to spend money on after the treasury?
Sharlock's treasury, you mean?
Yeah.
Not much, typically. You usually have all the equipment you would want to buy by then.
Yeah, like, why are they... You're already up at the top of Sherlock. Why would you go back?
Maybe if you don't feel that you can defeat the Dragon Lord on this run, but hold on, final shop.
Small shield.
Did we see the flame sword at all in any of these shops, or do we actually have to find Breckenary?
I don't think we have.
And we still haven't found the Rainbow Drop Cave yet, which I suspect may be in the second continent. Oh, Flame Sword was seen in Rimmildar? I had forgotten that.
I don't know what to say about the seed.
Well, it started with the possible appeal of a good one, but apparently we got tricked.
Indeed.
Oh, Stonemen take NESCardinality out. That's where that sleep and attack, or slept and wrecked, comes into play. And in the meantime, Sylverfyre is catching up decently experience point-wise, now up to level 11.
Alright.
However, we are still missing those critical spells of Hurt More and Heal More. 2 spells, 5 levels to go before we're guaranteed to get them all.
Indeed.
Here's level 12. Why don't you call the numbers, math girl? if I had missed the push to talk button, I apologize. But thank you, Faran, for covering it.
Oh, did I? Oh, 9, 5, 10, 1. Apparently I forgot to press push to talk as well.
You see, even I goof this up now and then. It's fine. However, I did not see a new spell learned for NESCardinality, so we have to keep on searching. But at the very least, that attack power has finally crossed triple digits.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, that means we are closer to having the strength to at least make a reasonable dent against Dragonlord 2. It's still gonna take a little bit, but again, we're working on it. Though Lorgan does bring up an interesting point. While NESCardinality has more experience, I'd say Sylverfyre is better equipped. What are your thoughts on this one? Ah, gotcha, okay. And for those that are asking about the colors, well, Faran just beat me to it. Our runner started off with some stats in red. That means they started below averages. Oh, that is where the Rainbow Drop Cave is. Stuck in one of the northeast corners. Well, not exactly pure northeast, because I thought I saw some sand over there, but... To cover the rest of the colors here, red is you start below average, white means it's okay, you're building up, orange means that stat is maybe possible, or you can at least consider it, green means go. You want as many stats in the green-orange area as possible, or at least in our eyes, green and orange, before you take on the Dragon Lord.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Alright, you may have missed my earlier question then, but so I'll ask it again. Right now, NESCardinality has more experience, but Sylverfyre has better equipment. How do you think this will stack up?
You know, experience usually seems to win out just because you end up with the same equipment, but it also depends on RNG. But I don't know. Especially since they have broadsword. I'm also not that familiar with the game though, so yeah.
It takes time to adapt, so don't worry. NESCardinality actually fighting the red dragons right now. Fortunately, they were stop-spelled, so Hurt More will not work, and there we go.
Wow.
So, NESCardinality is on the second continent by now.
Let's see.
Though, everyone is bringing up a good point. NESCardinality has not found coal yet, and that is right now his biggest stumbling block.
It certainly is a nice thing to find with that armor being there. But, you know, I kind of have faith in him.
And Sylverfyre is still sticking to Garen's grave. It is paying off, it looks like. Another stone man, and oh, the stone man can be put to sleep. Nice.
And there's level 12 for Sylverfyre.
Double checking the stats, not what we're looking for, but Sylverfyre has basically said they are done for now.
You know, I wonder what the earliest go mode level has ever been.
Based off of these flags, I think I've seen it as low as 13. But that's extremely rare. Typically 15 or 16 is the standard level.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Although, usually when I roll a seat, it's like 18 or 19.
I think I've only once rolled a level 21. A level 20 space 1, not a number 21. English, thou art not good at it.
Who is? English is hard.
Sylverfyre has recharged and is in swamp, going to head north as NESCardinality has finally found coal.
And going to be glad to get that Erdrick's armor.
And the large shield. This means NESCardinality is now on equipment parity, possibly even more so because the Rainbow Drop Cave was found during your quick absence.
Oh, or was it? Second continent?
I believe it was the first one, actually, but I had almost missed it myself, as I was trying to help chat out.
Walk away for a minute and miss everything.
Well, we're not gonna miss the second spike tile here. It's the golem. And without the fairy flute, this one may be tricky. Yeah, Sylverfyre is basically saying no thanks. And considering that we don't even need to rescue Princess Gwaelin to get an item, yeah, she is going to rot in the cell. There will be no clingy princesses today.
Poor princess.
The thing is, I don't know of that many runners that like Princess Gwaelin because of her tendency to "but thou must" your declaration of love to her.
Now, I'm not sure exactly, but will this Armored Knight? Yeah, that'll put him on level 13. Let's see what... 14, 1, 5, 5, and a spell.
Heal more! Yes! So now we can at least survive, we can recharge ourselves quite a bit, but where's Hurtmore?
Oh boy. Probably level 16 at this rate.
Perhaps. But at the very least, note that NESCardinality's strength stat is green. That means, assuming of course that we were to have Erdrick's sword, that stat is effectively good enough to go on.
True.
And for on Burgundy with the classics, I need to listen to that one again, apparently. Too much, too little, too late is what Hurtmore is going to feel like right now. As Sylverfyre, well, there you go, able to survive the Dragon Lord breath and take out that Star Wyvern, no problem. And as it has been speculated, NESCardinality is taking out as many armored knights as possible.
Well, he is kind of in grind and go mode, aside from the fact that he knows the sword is somewhere in Sherlock.
And technically the sword may not even be necessary.
And there's the Rainbow Drop Cave.
Now Sylverfyre has their drop. So where will they go? Ooh, red dragons. I mean, red dragons are kind of decent in the fact that they are one of the few enemies that can give you 255 experience points. The other two being the golem and the metal slime, but the red dragons are typically the most dangerous ones of them all.
Yep.
Now, something I have noticed, and I think chat has as well, what exactly is the critical hit rate? Because NESCardinality has gotten a lot of them against these armored knights lately.
I have no idea.
Ah, chat has confirmed 1 out of 32 chances.
So, 2 more of these armored knights and we'll see what level 14 holds for us.
Here's hoping for a good one. In the meantime, Sylverfyre is out in the desert again, taking on a green dragon.
Oh, let's see. I mean, I kind of think Ness is ahead, honestly.
At this point, I would have to agree. Joe Max Z has asked when Stop Spell was learned. That was level 7.
You know, aside from the Hurtmore thing, this has been a really generous seed.
Some would say lack of hurt more is what's making it not really generous at all, because, goodness, being able to deliver roughly 60 damage a pop, yeah.
Let's see. What do you have for us, level 14? 0, 21, 19, 20.
That is a surprisingly solid level, considering no strength.
Still no Hurtmore, though.
But it may not matter. I think NESCardinality is going to go to Sherlock at this rate.
Might as well try.
As Sylverfyre finds the town of Breckenary. And then immediately leaves it.
Wow, such an early go mode for level 14, no Hurtmore, no Erdrick's armor, Or, not armor. She. Wow, I can talk today. Sword! And no silver shield.
This does come down to whether Ness is... This may be a sword dive, this may be a full-on attempt to win dive. Certainly has a decent number of stats to pull it off, and once Erdrick's sword is gotten, that attack power goes to 135, where we need to talk a little bit about the numbers. The way that the Dragon Lord 2 calculations are dealt, take your attack power, subtract 100. Then divide by 2, that's the max power you can do. Then divide by 2 again, that's the min. 135, take it down to 35, then it's effectively 34. So that means 8 to 17 damage is what NESCardinality can deliver.
Is that good?
Well, then we also have to factor in how many heal mores that can be cast. NESCardinality did gain heal more at level 13, and heal more costs 8 MP a pop. So right now, we are talking 13 heal mores available, assuming perfect runs and fights. It's doable. There is no question it's doable.
How good of an odds?
Unfortunately, I'm not that great on the odds makers. There was a website I saw once that allowed you to put in stats and find out, but unfortunately, I don't have that page on hand to attempt to run through them.
Is that race legal? Just curious.
I don't know if the runners are allowed to use it during a race, but as a commentator, I would like to run a few simulations myself. I just can't right now without that page. As a friendly reminder for those that are new here, typically our runners are allowed to use item trackers or pen and paper, just anything that does not involve looking at each other's screens, reading the game data, or just, being a bad person.
Oh, wow.
However, NESCardinality has basically used up all the... At this point,
I think this is just a sword dive.
Yeah, that's what it is at this point. Sylverfyre at level 13, maybe they are considering it as well.
Well, now I gotta wonder, though, what are we gonna get at level 15? Are we gonna get hurt more, and are we going to get good stat gains?
That is an excellent question. Unfortunately, I do not have the answer, so... Right now, it's a waiting game. As a friendly reminder, folks, if you want to predict where Erdrick's sword or the fairy flute are located, you have to put your guesses in now. As NESCardinality is retreating right now, probably to recharge on stats.
Yep.
Here we are. Call 'em.
Let's see. 6, 5, 5, 3.
With Erdrick's sword, that would be 141, which would be doable. Yunos did say... Go ahead.
Level 16 hurt more?
Yeah, level 16 hurt more, but with... we may not even need it. As Yunos said, hoping for 141 attack. With Erdrick's sword, that's 141. So... This may be it. Plus, we're now up to 14 heal more, so... I think NESCardinality is going for round 2.
Alright, well, let's see if he's successful.
As Sylverfyre is now entering Sherlock. Or, excuse me, just opening Sherlock. Not even going in to take a dive for the sword yet.
Well, he is a little low still.
I'm sure they will recover.
Hey, sorry.
Takes time. Don't you worry. I'm sure they will understand that you are trying.
I do try to respect what people prefer to be called.
Yeah, I've goofed it up myself. For any of those, I apologize. Don't worry, even our tracker for Ron is appreciating what you're doing here. Alright. Sylverfyre did stock up on keys. Not a bad idea. We do need 1 key in order to access the treasury.
Yep, and Retro Conman, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Welcome to the family, and I hope you enjoy your stay.
Indeed. We have a fellow warrior on our hands. As NESCardinality continues the dive. May have to consider... Yep. Cast a heal more now.
Good boy.
Alright, Sylverfyre is going for it now. Again, they are likely going just for the sword. Maybe if this is a good grind spot, they may take advantage of it as well, but the big question is, where is that sword?
Indeed. Oh boy. Oh. Red dragons, please.
Red dragons are never kind. Alright folks, guessing stops. NESCardinality has approached the final floor and is about to open the treasury. Math Girl, I typically like to call this one here.
Go for it.
150, the torch. 100. I couldn't tell, but NESCardinality's leaving means that's Erdrick's sword.
Yes, it was. Alright, so with that, that is pretty comfortable.
I agree. 141 attack power for NESCardinality. Yeah, this one should be good. Retro Conman agrees it's good. Thank you for the 300 bits. As Sylverfyre now goes up to level 14, 0, 23, 17, 20.
Yep.
However, we still have one more Guardian Tile or Spike Tile left here. And...
Ugh.
yeah, I agree. Red Dragons are not helping. Forced to use another heal more here.
This is horrible. And gets him down, though.
If I recall correctly, we're not exactly close to level 16. I think
Red
that's
dragons, please!
Well, okay, if we keep on fighting red dragons, we may get there, but I think we need 9,600 or so.
9750.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh my. I'm just hoping that he has enough MP to fight the Dragon Lord after this is all over.
Ideally, I think NESCardinality would prefer 11 heal mores, but can do it with 10. Blue Dragon
It's
is
a
the
blue
final Guardian Tile. This should work.
There we go.
Alright,
I will be right back.
Alright. NESCardinality is using the herbs. However, there's one problem. NESCardinality is a fool! It is time to fight the Dragon Lord. Well, that fight was easy. Let's reveal the real form. First attack, 17, that's max, or close to it. Alright, forced to heal up, makes sense. Alright, 64 damage dealt if I've counted correctly.
Alright.
And yeah, I was trying to correct myself on that one. There's another 17, we have a lot of those. And yeah, there's a reason I am not Math Man. Speak to my commentary partner about that.
Oh boy.
However, even with that min of 10, NESCardinality should have this, assuming no mismenus. That's 140. This hit may do it.
We shall see. And the Dragon Lord is down. Hit your GGs in chat.
157 points of damage delivered as NESCardinality starts walking up to Tangigiel Castle. It's about to speak with the king, then leave.
Finishes in first place with a time of 1:27:04, and go ahead.
And unfortunately, Princess Gwaelin is just going to stay stuck in Swamp Cave as the hero just wanders off or something. Or maybe fortunately, because most of the folks at home understand wanting to not rescue Princess Gwaelin. So yeah, in this battle, the bears win.
Alright, NESCardinality says he will be here once the credit music ends.
And the old man is disappointed that we could not rescue Princess Gwaelin. Sorry, old man!
But what happens when the nerd is the woman, Fengers?
I think the unofficial name is Prince Guimon or something like that. I am not as well versed on Dragon Warrior lore, I'm afraid.
And there's the sword for Sylverfyre. They are most likely going to be off to face the Dragon Lord, I assume.
With the stats on hand, it's effectively similar to what NESCardinality did, but perhaps NESCardinality himself can explain this better than us. GG, sir!
Thank you very much, GG.
GG and welcome.
Nice.
So, how about that race?
Wow, so, whenever I get a seed where I start off super powerful and there are all these possibilities, all these avenues, and I can't find a single thing to grind on and I die for 20 minutes straight, I just assume that I'm gonna lose. But I'm really proud of myself for, finally finding a place to grind and finding the right approach, and also figuring out the exact moment to try and break out, to fight certain things. In particular, the red dragons. I was really happy to discover that I could beat them, but all sorts of little things like that, when I could fight green dragons and stuff. It's so weird when you're surrounded by all that lack of mobility, but I have to remember that all the other racers are subject to the same conditions too, and anything can happen.
Indeed. We were a little worried about you for a little bit because Sylverfyre was able to find coal much quicker.
Yeah, Erdrick's armor was not a concern to me. I wasn't worried about that for a second. I mean, full plate, the difference in defense power between them is not that big, so once I got the heal spell, it was virtually, it virtually didn't matter. I had already explored almost everything. It was a relatively small map. And, so yeah, the heal walking, I had herbs for my grind, and it was relatively weak enemies. And then once I got heal, yeah, I really wasn't worried about the armor. If I were, I would have tried harder to go explore through. But good on Sylverfyre for getting through the enemies and actually getting the armor sooner.
Yep.
And go ahead, Math Girl.
Sylverfyre is actually on Dragon Lord 2.
Oh, nice. Is Sylverfyre a level lower than I was? Like, I went in when I could have won, and when I saw how many red dragons there were, I just got another level, essentially.
Sylverfyre
They are on level
14. Sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, they are on 14 right now. And they did pick up Erdrick's sword.
14 is one level lower than I was, right?
That is correct. You finished at 15, and none of you got hurt more at all, which, considering how this seed went, this was very impressive that you finished as fast as you did.
I know, yeah, getting yeah, getting the rainbow drop at the 1 hour mark and realizing that I still had a way to go with grinding and no hurt more. I realized it was weird, like, that I could finish in under an hour and a half. I was surprised. But, yeah, good on Sylverfyre for getting through, Sharlock at level 14, because agility was not that high. There were a lot of red dragons. So, give props where props are due. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
So, the good news is you move on in the brackets. The bad news, you have a very strong opponent, Jay Coper.
Yeah, I thought it was Jay Coper. So Jay Coper, for those of you who haven't seen, although most of you have, Jay Coper got first place in the large, I think it was 13-person play-in race. Got first place with a very impressive performance. I was commentating on Tristal at the time. Tristal got second, and the fact that Jay Coper finished even earlier was just really impressive. And then Jay Coper dispatched the last opponent. I think it was High Spirits, who is another excellent opponent. So yeah, obviously Jay Coper's playing really strong right now.
Alright, and get your GGs in chat for Sylverfyre.
Yeah,
can't-
this was a relatively low-level game, but it works out. So now Silverfyre has also abandoned Princess Gwaelin and will walk amongst the land alone with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, 25 seconds.
GG's. And has accepted our invite to come in for an interview. Alright. Silverfyre, GG's. How are you? We cannot hear you.
Oof.
There we go.
That is what I have to say about that seed. Oof.
Oof is accurate. Yeah.
Oof is very accurate.
The enemy...
Were you keeping track of how many times I took a single step out of the swamp cave exit and immediately died?
Oh, so
I was not.
it was like that for you too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
literally the first step onto the plains tile. Hit a red
Wow.
dragon, immediately die.
That's crazy. It
happened
was
4 times. And then another time was a stone man, but I was greedy and decided not to cast sleep and instead just tried to run because it's a stone man and I have more than like 50 agility. I can run from that, right? Don't be greedy.
Lessons learned for everybody, right?
Indeed. I actually didn't find a green dragon until the first time I found one outside the swamp cave. I could actually kill it. I was at that point. What was killing me around there was axe knights and green dragons, basically every time, and star wyverns, of course. Every time I found a star wyvern in the first 40 minutes, they attacked me before I was ready and breathed fire.
Oof. I didn't find very many star wyverns, but axe knights certainly killed me quite a few times. Yeah, that was a messy seed. What did you do for like the mid-level grinding?
Well, after I spent about 20 minutes dying, I went to outside Garen's grave, and I fought all the Droll Magi's and Spectres for a while.
Oh, okay. I was actually in the basement of Garen's grave fighting Droll Magi's inspectors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same zone. So
it might have been the same zone. So I guess the desert tiles would have been better. But like, basically, I was down there, and I'm like, I'm in an area where there's not enemies that will breathe fire at me. I'm just staying here.
Yeah, if I had ever survived the top 2 floors of the grave, I would have done the exact same thing as you. I would have stayed down there for ages. Because I didn't know that the same grind zone was outside until later, and I couldn't get.
It wasn't until like 40 some minutes that I ended up settling into that spot. So it was not early.
Yeah, that was about the same for me. So I'm looking forward to seeing the run back. If we were, virtually equal in experience, it'll be interesting to see how our struggles, affected everything. And
I felt behind when I found the Erdrick's armor. And it felt pretty easy to get to after coming out of the swamp cave, and like I had literally died inside of that town, and that's probably where I felt the most behind. I'm not sure if that was accurate.
I can help clarify that a little bit. So, for the most part, I think the widest the experience gap was between the two of you. Ness was, I think, no more than 1,000, 1,200 experience points ahead. But Silverfyre, you found Erdrick's armor at least 20 minutes ahead.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that's what made my grind at work at all in the basement of Garen, because I didn't even have heal when I went down there, but, like, I don't normally try to dive Garen's grave without some kind of sustainability, and the Erdrick's armor was what let me do that.
Oh yeah, with the armor you could have stayed down there forever. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I'm seeing from chat you were stop spelling or Armor Knights.
Yeah, once I found out that they had sleep and hurt more, I swear to you, anyone can verify this. Stop spell. First of all, I grinded Armored Knights in Hawksness, and secondly, stop spell worked every single time, 100% of the time.
Okay. I guess I should have had a little more faith and stopped spelling them then. Because I definitely stopped spelled and killed the first one in Hawksness, but then I didn't keep trying that, really. I didn't even have heal at that point, so like just the chip damage from like the 1 out of 8 chance they have to melee you was enough to bring me low enough that I had to leave.
Yeah.
But if I had gone back there with heal, that probably would have been a more efficient grind.
That's the thing. Once I got there, I must have been either level 11 or level 12 to get the armor. So when I found the Armored Knights, I was like, well, we can, try to grind here. And
yeah, I think I got up to like 13 in the basement of Garen, and then at that point I'd heal, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I know the sword has to be in Sharlock. I'm gonna go do a sword dive, and then on the sword dive I get I'm not even at the 2nd floor yet, and I get the 20 level up, and I'm like, change of plans. I'm going to leave, go back to Cantlin, heal up, and then dive for real. But that change of plans actually felt like it hurt me. Whereas if I had had that 600 or 700 XP for that level just a little bit sooner, then I would have been able to save a couple minutes just doing the dive in one swoop instead of fumbling around in that 1st floor of Sharlock where you can't even cast outside.
Yeah, I know what that feels like, but you won at level 14, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I saw how many red dragons there were and the concerns over my agility. I just started fighting them, and I was hoping I could 3-shot them. I wasn't strong enough yet. I still had a broadsword at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I had the broadsword too, but I had the agility. I was running the agility build, so I was at 88 agility, and that felt fine, especially with them using Hurtmore, which is lower damage than their normal hits.
Oh, strength agility was so much better on this seed. Wow.
It would have been if I could run from anything ever.
Yeah. But yeah, for the ending, that makes sense why how you were able to get down to level 14.
Yeah, I literally fought 0 fights in there, and I only had a few failed runaways from it was a red dragon. It was oh, I got hurt-moored once. That's not the worst. I can just walk it off.
Yeah.
So, Sylverfyre and NESCardinality, any final thoughts with this seed, since you've certainly covered a lot of them?
Not really. I can never be sad about losing against NESCardinality. I'm I went into this knowing it's this is going to be a really hard matchup, and I just want to play well. And overall, I felt like I made good decisions and got some bad luck here and there. And I can see a couple decision spots that would have been a little better, but for the most part, I'm fine with how I played, and I'm happy about that.
I want to say 2 things. First of all, I seem to feel like saying this every week, and every week I get a new seed like this. When you're strong and the game prevents you from doing things over and over, it just goes to show you how, anything can happen to any one runner, and this is Randomizer, so nobody should feel too bad about losing, and the results of the tournament is so unpredictable. And the other thing is, well, I guess on the same vein, that I think it's just a shame that we have to eliminate people, so many people over the next 2 weeks before the Final Four, because it's, we have a dozen runners left, all of whom could win the entire thing. Anything could happen, and it's just, yeah. So, good luck to everyone, and I really hope everyone enjoys it, because I have no clue what's going to happen.
Yeah, indeed. It was a good race, good game, and thank you.
Yeah, GG.
Please give it up for Sylverfyre and NESCardinality. Give them both a follow, for they deserve it for giving us such an excellent match. Let's not forget about the Tie-Dye Guy, our restreamer, Faron Burgundy, our tracker, and MathGirl718, my co-com partner here.